name from the old Bethlehem institution. It was a mental institution, located close to the church building here. I think it was the one in London that gave us the name Bedlam. Central campus of the university complex in front of us. Check out the old building with the turrets and the big banner on the front saying, "Hiya pals." That is the world's first purpose-built student union, Teliot House. There are 7 bars in Teliot House. Certainly got their priorities right, that's for sure. Very large grey building on the left here, that's the medical faculty of the University of Edinburgh. Gave us such luminaries as Charles Darwin, who of course in turn gave us Origin of the Species. Arthur Conan Doyle, who in turn gave us Sherlock Holmes. Modelled, I understand, on Professor Bell, one of his lecturers and professors at the medical faculty there. Doctor's Pub on the right hand corner here. I always smile when we pass Doctor's Pub. Think of all the lies, all the phone calls over the years. I'm sure I was guilty myself a long time ago. "Oh, hello dear. Sorry, I'll be late home tonight. I'm at the doctor's." Now I've known for years that's the open door of a filing cabinet coming into view on the side of the museum. Quite recently one of my fellow guides said, "David, it's the jaw of knowledge." Oh, I'm sorry, it did nothing for my knowledge. I don't understand what I'm now to get to. Mayflower's Building back into view. On the right here you'll see the back of the little dog next to the lamppost. Candlemaker Hall on the left opened 1772. Heading down Candlemaker Road, named after the candlemakers. Moved here because of the dangers of fire, also because of the smell. Candles were historically not made from beeswax as they are today. They were made from animal fat, from tallow, and the smell, I understand, was quite repugnant. As we reach the foot of Candlemaker Road, we'll have the Coo Gate to the right of us. We mentioned earlier, second road in the street in the old town. Get a glimpse of George V Bridge there. We're going to turn left and head into the Grass Market, home to a livestock market for over 500 years. Last one took place in 1910. Also, where public executions took place. We do have a stop on the Grass Market, stop 10 on the tour. We have a charity, have a craft fair in the Grass Market on Saturday. Anyway, for stop 10, no one for 10, like Saturday. Little street up the hill to the right, Diagon Alley, perchance. There are those who believe that's where Rowling got her inspiration from. Round raised marker on the right hand pavement there. Somebody promoting a show just outside of it. It's the round marker with the barriers. That is known as the Covenanters Memorial. And the reason for that is that over 100 Covenanters were hung. There, homes you can see on a Saturday to the farmers' market. I'll be honest, I've ignored that car park most of my life because the tour bus goes past, did a little research, surprised to discover it was the very first multi-storey car park to open in Scotland, opened in 1965. Architect particularly the freshly dug. Northern Road, stop 11 on the tour, to the west end of Princess Street, the Caledonian Hotel. Anyone for stop 11? No one for 11 upstairs, thanks Afia. The beautiful red sandstone building to the left of us here, the Caledonian Hotel. It opened in 1903, and it opened as the Caledonian Hotel and the Caledonian Railway Station. It was built courtesy of the Caledonian Railway Company. It was a large station, had 7 platforms, handled around 250 trains a day. Sadly closed in the 1960s during the beaching year. Many a famous guest stayed at the Cali Hotel over the years. Most recently, Taylor Swift, after her concerts at Murrayfield in 2024. Just to my disappointment at the time. Johnny Walker, Princess Street on your left there. Want to find out more about whiskey? Interesting place to visit. It actually sits in the old Binns department store. You might have noticed there's a clock on the corner of the building. It's just behind us now, unfortunately. It used to be known as the Binns clock. It was a great meeting place. If you met a young lady at the dancing on a Friday night and you wanted to meet her again, you'd arrange to meet under the Binns clock on the Saturday. Many a Saturday night I've stood under the Binns clock, sometimes for far too long, a long time ago. Any happy memories, I must admit. We can't see it from here, but there is a pub round close to that building with this heating on the front of it called Mathos. Think back, terrible. It was amusing at the time, but no, terrible thing to do. I have no idea what happened to that. I think they have been married somewhere up in north of Scotland then. Now, you might have read recently that, I might even have mentioned it already, there was a serious hit to the square. Robert Adams sadly died before the square was complete and never lived to see the fruition of his work. We do have a stop in Charlotte Square, stop 12 on the tour, for the west end of Princess Street, the Dean Village, the Georgian House. Stop 12, yeah, both passengers for 12, thanks Afia. Just hang fire. Give it a shout shortly. Your passengers for 12, thanks Afia. Artwork is on display. Building halfway up the mound there, that's the new college. It's the Faculty of Divinity at the University of Edinburgh. Mayfair again, the architect. Beautiful building on the right skyline there with the dome and the flags. That's the former head office of the Bank of Scotland. The Bank of Scotland was founded in 1695. It remained an independent bank for hundreds of years. I believe it was the financial crisis of 2008. So the demise of the Bank of Scotland. It's now part of the Lloyd's banking group. Now, we did mention earlier the Norloch was where Princess Street Gardens are today. The Norloch was also where witches were tried. If a lady was suspected of being a witch, she would be tied or strapped to a chair. And the chair, at the end of a long pole, would be lured into the Norloch until the lady was submerged. After some considerable time,
still the world's biggest piercing, for those who've been here from the start. Alright, here we go. The knives, the hook and the ball all combined into one massive trick. I invented this trick, folks. It's my trick. You won't see it anywhere else in the world. It took me 3 years of my life to invent, develop, and then have the courage to put on stage for you here today. It's the hardest thing I do by far, but it's very easy for all of you. All you guys need to know is, I start juggling these 3 razor sharp knives, you guys go crazy with applause, clapping, cheering, screaming. Can I get a thumbs up if we have an agreement? Wow, what a crowd here today. Thank you so much, right around. Amazing, thank you. Right around here, thank you everybody. We're nearly there. Anyone directly behind me? Just checking. Alright. And then everything else follows. I start juggling these 3 knives. You guys go crazy. Edinburgh, you want to see this trick? Oh, wow! Alright then. Here we go. Attempt number 1. Lisa, come on up. Thank you very much, man. I say, thank you so much.
Selesai.
Thank you so much. Thank you.